When you think of Los Angeles, you don't usually think of horseback riding. The three Latino men from the city of Compton are looking to change that. So we have Daniel Zapata, Hector Gomez, and Rodrigo Diaz. Oh, Lord, I hope I didn't butcher that name, but the last name I know I have right, Mr. Diaz, all have one goal: to build a large multicultural equestrian center and rodeo area on the south side of Compton, 20 minutes south of Los Angeles. The center will provide jobs, safe and healthy activities for all ages, community connections, and above all else, horseback rides. Yes, I got to fly in for that. The three men are seeking funding now through their nonprofit, Connecting Compton. And Compton has a big equestrian community, including the Compton Cowboys and the Compton Junior Equestrians, all led by Black members of the community. And I think when we think of Cowboys, just because of the misinformation in history, we do not tend to think of Cowboys of color, but every 1 in 3 Cowboy was Black. Hello, somebody. I mean, yes, that was absolutely true. So we have a quote from Daniel Zapata and Zepeda, maybe that's the way to pronounce it. And I want to quote him. We put up the quote. It's going to create a lot of pride and make everybody feel like there's a sense of belonging, and more than anything, just create unity for all cultures. How beautiful is that? We need that unity across the cultures. And what better way to bring people together than horseback riding?
Yeah, it's a fun story. I'm picturing a multicultural cast on horses, like riding in the middle of the LA freeway with like Straight Outta Compton playing in the background.
Yes. Oh, wouldn't that be a beautiful sight?
It is. So look, it's funny because horseback riding has two completely different images. When you say equestrian, it sounds fancy, like, oh, are we having tea and crumpets? Are they playing polo? And then when you say Cowboys, though, it's like, oh, yeah, there you go, rough guys.
Rugged.
Yes. Rugged, there you go, rugged, right? So the reality is that equestrian has that highfalutin image because, you need a lot of money to own a horse.
Right? Very expensive.
But you don't need a lot of money to be a cowboy. Let's keep it real. Back in the day when, as Nina pointed out, a high percentage were African American, it was not a glorious job. It was a really, really tough job that paid very poorly. And you had to be on that horse, for so long under brutal conditions. And that's why they were considered tough guys in the first place.
Yeah, so true.
Look, in this case, can Blacks, Latinos, et cetera, in Compton do horseback riding and learn those skills? And it's a good way to spend their time? Of course they can, as long as somebody pays for it, right? Right?
Yeah.
So there's no reason why they can't. It's not like, oh no, that would never happen. Of course it would happen. You just have to provide the horses and the stables.
Yes, that's all. And hopefully people will support their organization. And so Edwin Flores, NBC News, let's put that quote up. If their proposal for the center is approved by city officials, the trio will be granted site control of the landfill, which they said first needs to be remediated. They expect to cover 20% of the total cost through various means, including federal and state funding, and hope the remaining funds could be secured through personal loans, private or angel investments, as well as donations. They said several local officials have expressed support of this project. I mean, Gene, what a great way to invest money into a community, give exposure to so many people, but for a project like this, would never have the opportunity to get on the back of a horse. And definitely we can learn more from their website, connectingcompton.com. Please, I urge people to go and check it out.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.